What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
Kyrie Irving was in his true playoff form Wednesday night at TD Garden when the Celtics beat the Indiana Pacers 99-91. I'm Sierra Goodwill, joined by Mike Petraglia and Jeff Goodman from Stadium. For most of this game, Irving put the offense on his back. Through those tough stretches, he really came up with the timely buckets. How important and imperative is it to have him in a playoff series when he can really do it all?
Yeah, I mean, this was playoff Kyrie, right? I mean, he's been talking about all year. The regular season doesn't really matter. It's all about the playoffs, and he showed it tonight. He and Jason Tatum certainly took the brunt of the offense, and Kyrie looked like unstoppable Kyrie, right? I mean, draining shots from deep, driving to the basket, not really having a rim protector to stand in the way of Kyrie. And I thought, again, this is what you're paying Kyrie the money for, to dominate.
What was interesting to me, Jeff, is watching his gyrations, if you will, on the bench, him getting himself psyched up, pumped up to come back into the game late when the Celtics needed him. Because really what Kyrie Irving was brought here for were the big moments late in the game, like in game number 2, when they were down, they were struggling, couldn't find any offense. Certainly the second unit was spotty. It was Kyrie Irving coming down the court and back-to-back hitting three-pointers. The pull-up three off deep from the left wing, to me, was the shot that told me, okay, Kyrie's going to carry them in the fourth quarter the way he did in the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, Kyrie, 37 points tonight. He was obviously their go-to, and now he has to prove it on the road. He talked post-game about how he doesn't feel too confident. He's got to see it out of his team if they can pull it out on the road. We know from last year's playoffs that this team struggles on the road. It's always about who has home court advantage, particularly in the NBA, I think more than most other sports. So what do you need to see, not just from Kyrie, but also from his helpers, for them to get it done in Indiana?
I think ball movement. I think the Celtics have to come out and really space the court and do what they did in the final, 30 seconds, 35 seconds. Yeah. The passing in that final minute was a thing of beauty, and I thought it was great for Brad Stevens after the game to say that, it's not just Kyrie who can dish it really well. It was Jaylen Brown who found, Jason Tatum on a key three-pointer, and then the backdoor cut from Tatum, I believe it was, to Gordon Hayward to seal the game. That's what you need to see at the beginning of the game, if you ask me, in game number 3.
Yeah, and you want to see a sweep. I mean, there's no reason this team can't or shouldn't sweep the Pacers. I mean, they have the 4 best players on the floor most times. I mean, this is a team without their star, Victor Oladipo. They've got a bunch of good players, but no stars. You've got Kyrie Irving, and Jason Tatum sure played like a star again tonight, kind of reminiscent of where he was a year ago in the playoffs.
Yeah, this Garden Report is sponsored by betonline.ag. Head to clnsmedia.com/win. Enter promo code CLNS50 for 50% cash back on your first deposit. Now, with how this game played out, Kyrie didn't get too much help from anyone else besides Jason Tatum. It was Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving, and no one else. The third most highest scorer was Gordon Hayward with 13 points. Can the Celtics make a playoff run with just Kyrie doing all the dirty work?
I say no. I think the defense is going to have to, or the defenses will adjust to Kyrie, and they will do what Golden State did. And I'm not saying everybody has a Klay Thompson. I'm not saying that. But they're going to, blitz Kyrie, and Brad Stevens has talked about that on numerous occasions. We know Kyrie is going to get blitzed, and it's going to have to be guys like Jason Tatum. But even Jason Tatum, I think, is spotty, and I don't know if you're going to rely completely on Jason Tatum to do what he did in game number 2 consistently throughout the playoffs.
I think you can.
Yeah, but you know what?
I think you can if you give him some leash. And here's what Brad did tonight. He played him 39 minutes, right? He's been averaging 31 for the course of the season. You play him 39, he's not hunting as much. All these guys, I think you got to figure out who are your guys and go with them. And you got to ride Jason Tatum, to me, along with Kyrie. They're your guys. Not just because they're former Duke players, but they're your guys. I mean, they're the ones who should be able to carry you. Jason Tatum is a star. Treat him like a star. Play him the minutes so that, again, if you're playing him short minutes, what's he doing? He's hunting his shot. Instead, now you see him moving the ball a little bit more and making the right play.
It was nice to see Jason Tatum and Kyrie Irving have big games in the same game, because everyone talks about how Tatum can only do it when Kyrie's on the bench, or Kyrie can only do it when Jason's on the bench. But be sure to follow all of our coverage of this playoff series on clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.